I'm just starting live so that it will be recorded as well. Okay, we are live. Good evening to the senior leaders, youngsters, and all guests present over here. Today, we are gathered here for a special session, that is workshop session on speech organization and table topics. As our Al-Qusabi Gavel Club just finished 2 meetings, and we are moving forward, and many of our guest members from other Gavel clubs have joined here to understand the better ways how to organize and tackle the impromptu speech as well as the prepared speech. And today we have with us two great personalities who are the senior leaders in Toastmasters, and they have proven their ability as a great leaders and the communicators. Today, we will begin with speech organization that is conducted by DTM Vasudev Warrior, and then we will be having the impromptu speech workshop that will be conducted by DTM Alagiri Selvaraj. During the workshop, everyone's mic will stay muted. Should there be any questions you feel to ask, please text me as a private message, and during the time of question answer, I will be sharing these questions, the filtered questions, to the presenters, and they will respond to your questions. And I would like to request everyone to follow the code of conduct, that is, do not turn on your videos unless it is necessary. Unlike other meetings, here you can keep your videos off, and you will not be allowed anyways to turn on your mic till it is turned to ask a question, or when the presenters will call any of you for speaking. Now, without much ado, let us start with the workshop presentation. And as I mentioned, to begin with, we will start the workshop presentation for speech organization. And to conduct this, we could have never asked for more than this person, who is a mentor for me, who is the person because of whom I joined the Toastmasters. He was the past area 60 governor, and he is a mentor and a leader for many of us. Let us all welcome with a big round of applause DTM Vasudeva Warrior.
Hello everyone, and thank you Numan for that wonderful introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and dear Gaveliers, warm good evening. Today, let's look at one of the most important and tricky subject in our journey in Toastmasters: how to organize a speech. Speech organization is very important because the way we organize and present our speech helps our audience to understand us better. To let the audience understand the contents of what we are trying to speak in an effective manner, speech organization is very, very important. Do you all agree? I'm sure you all will agree. But before we go into speech organization, let's see what are the most important aspects of a speech and how to go about organizing your speech. Today, let me just tell you how I would like to present my workshop. First of all, we would see what are the steps in writing a speech. And then we will see the sample outline of how a speech is made. And then the structure of a speech. I'll give you some tips to make your speech successful. And I'll give you a sample on a speech that is constructed on a given topic. And finally, I'll give you some speech examples, topics of speech that you can make for various purposes. So let's all get ready. I request Toastmaster Numan to help me out. I'll be sharing a PowerPoint presentation now. We will be going out through the entire workshop with this PowerPoint presentation. So before I move further, my name is Vasudev Warrior, as introduced by DTM Numan, and I am still a Toastmaster in good standing with two clubs, one Nesman Partners and Harmony Toastmasters Club, and I was the past Area 60 Governor, as explained by DTM Numan. So let's get set and go.
DTM Vasu, I hope no issues with sharing.
Yeah, actually my file is open, and Numan, I am not getting this sharing option here. It says,
what it says, sir?
one second, yes. I'll be through in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, now we can see it.
You can see, is it? Okay, fine. So this is the workshop on organizing your speech, conducted at Algo Saidi Gavel Club, 6th of September. Now, what are the first and most important aspects of a speech? Well, it is how to go about writing a speech. And the most tricky issue is, what is the topic that you select for your speech? Well, topic selection is not very difficult if you think that you're going to speak to your friends, or you're going to speak to a crowd who is of the same age group as you, or you're going to speak to a crowd that thinks in the same way as you, or you're in a function with a common intention. So you know what speech needs to be delivered, what could be the topic of your speech, but still it could be tricky. So always think about the topics that you discuss with your friends, or think about a topic you read in a magazine recently which interested you, or think about an article which you read recently, or you could think about everyday experiences. You while going to school, you see an act of kindness. This act of kindness could be part of your speech. When you go to your school, you learn discipline. You could give a speech on discipline. When you go to school, come back home, evening time, you indulge in some favorite pastimes. You play games. These games would be part of your speech. So speech topics are there all around you. The food you eat, the healthy food you eat, could form the topic of your speech. There are various subjects on which you could speak. You could tell stories. You could tell the benefits and disadvantages, and you could make a wonderful speech for your friends to listen and enjoy. Always remember, when you make your speech, when you prepare a speech, it should be your own speech. It can, of course, contain famous quotations or the life inspiring stories of great personalities, but substantial portion of your speech should be your own creation. It should have a lot of your personal stories. You're always speaking to people, children of your age group, to friends of your age group. So your stories are going to be very, very interesting for your friends. So, dear Cavaliers, always remember that to prepare a speech, it should be substantially original. It should have a lot of personal stories, and it can have certain inspiring stories taken from the life of great persons. So, as I told you, once you do the topic selection, the next most important aspect of speech is how you open the speech, how quickly you can attract your audience towards you. Many speakers use quotations to attract the audience. Some speakers ask questions. Some speakers raise an object and ask the audience, "Do you know this? Do you know this particular thing in my hand?" That is one way you can attract your audience. The moment you say that, the audience is going to be engaged with you. Next, what is it? Once you plan your speech topic, once you know what is the opening to be made, then you go about developing your speech. That is the draft of the body of the speech. Usually, the body of the speech can have up to 3 main points. And in the 3 main points, you need to give some material to support these main points. These materials could be your own personal story, or it could be statistics, or it could be stories taken from the life of great people, as I told you before. But most of the content of the body of the speech should be substantially original content that is developed from your own experiences, or it could even be some research materials. Once the body of the speech is done, then we go to the conclusion of the speech. So I'll go to the next slide, which summarizes all what I've said now. Topic selection, developing the opening, draft the body, and conclusion. While drafting the body, remember 3 main points, elaborate on each main point with subpoints. Supporting material follows each subpoint, and then give examples. Examples could be your own personal story or stories from the life of your friends or from great people's life. Now, let's go about and see what a sample speech outline looks like. How does a speech normally look like when you write it on paper? Okay, the speech has an opening. How's the opening? Opening could be something that captures the attention of the audience. As I told you before, the opening of the speech could be a quotation, or it could be a startling question. Okay, supposing you're going to speak about healthy foods and you bring a burger and show it to your audience, either a burger or the picture of a burger, immediately the audience will recognize what it is. And you can ask a question, do you think this is healthy? Okay, what happens at that moment? All the audience is hooked onto you. They know you're going to speak about burger, and that's an interesting topic for you. So everyone is interested to know what you're going to speak about burger. Well, once the opening is made, it is sure to lead you into the body of the speech. And as I told you, the body of the speech has 3 main points, at least 2 or maximum up to 3 main points. And once you go into the drafting the body of the speech, you also need to consider the sub point and the support material. The sub point could be emphasizing on some of the greater aspects of the main topic you're speaking about. And the sub point and the supporting material will lead you to the conclusion of the speech. So just take a look at this slide. This is the sample speech outline, which all of you can easily understand. Opening captures audience attention. Opening leads into speech topic. The body of the speech, it's got main points, main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3. And each of the main point has got a sub point and a support material. And finally, we go into the conclusion. And what is a conclusion? In conclusion, you could review or summarize your speech. Supposing you are going to speak about the importance of sports activities. After finishing your opening, after finishing your body of speech, you can conclude by saying that from all these things, we know that keeping a healthy body and a healthy mind is necessary for every healthy individual, or the construction or the growth of a child. You could something like conclude it that way. Or supposing you are giving an inspiring or persuasive speech, you can use the conclusion to call for action. If you see the speeches of great leaders, they would be concluding their speech by saying, come on, let's all join and fight against this injustice, right? So that's the way you have to call for action and inspire your audience. So generally, we have speech structures that have an opening and first of all a catchy title, an attractive opening, a body of speech, and then a conclusion. In the body of speech, you should have sufficient support material which can be built from your own personal experiences or the lives of great individuals. This is how a speech is structured. Now, what are the tips for the success of a speech? First is, as I told you, selection of the topic. You should always select a topic that all your friends or your audience like. And you should give the speech a catchy title. Supposing you're going to give a speech on, say, healthy foods, okay? What kind of a topic are you going to give? If you say, health is wealth, okay, this becomes very straight. If you give a heading like that, maybe it's very boring. Or instead of that, if you say, healthy burgers, oh wow, that attracts everyone, isn't it? If you say health, because burgers are considered as junk food by all your parents. But when you say healthy burgers, wow, there is something in that. I need to listen to that. So always keep the title of your speech very attractive. And then for the speech to succeed, in the next stage, you should have a good organization or a good structure for your speech. That is good opening, body, and conclusion. And thirdly, what is very important is the choice of words, language, and diction. If you have a good command over your language, your speech is definitely going to be attractive for your audience. They're going to listen to you well, and they're going to follow what you're going to tell them. Because that is a quality of a great leader. A great speaker always uses great words. He has good command over language, and he has good diction. So the third tip that I'm giving you for delivering a good speech is improve your words, improve the language, improve the diction that you're going to use in speech. Fourth tip is personal stories and anecdotes. Whatever speech you're going to give, suppose you're going to give a speech on reading, the advantages of reading. You have to give personal stories. give your own experience as an example and say how personal stories and experiences from your reading habits have helped you, right? Once in a while, suddenly you are asked to answer a few quiz questions in a gathering, and because you have a good reading habit, you are able to do well in that improv, in that sudden quiz or whatever is being conducted. So this story, these small stories can fit into your speech. Supposing you are giving a speech on benefits of reading newspaper, definitely you can put in a story where your general knowledge and your increased awareness about current affairs help you to win a particular competition. Okay, so this story will be attractive for your friends, and you're also inspiring your friends to go and read newspaper. And the fifth tip I want to give you for the success of a speech is good transitions. You should always have smooth transition from one point to the other. You should not be talking about one particular issue, suddenly end it abruptly without concluding and move to another important topic. No, you should always transit by giving your remarks about that main point and then moving to the next main point. One more important aspect of your speech is body language, which you will be learning in your upcoming sessions. And finally, vocal variety and gestures. Vocal variety, gestures, body language, all this will form part of your upcoming sessions in Gavalier um, meets that you're going to have. And right now, we will limit our workshop today only to speech organization. Supposing I'm writing a speech on healthy foods. Let us see how to go about it. This is just an example. Let's see how we go about it. First of all, after giving a good title for the speech that I want to give, say, as I told you, I'm going to speak on healthy foods, but I could give a title for my speech as healthy burger, or I could even say nasty burgers. Okay, so that is quite a hook for the audience. The first hook is your speech title, and then the most important hook is how you open your speech. Opening your speech with a relevant quotation meaning phrases by famous leaders or well-known quotations that's available across all the media. You can use them and just use it as a hook to make sure that your audience is all with you, all your listeners are with you. After that, you need to address the audience. You could say the story of a child who ate a lot of junk food and had ultimate loss of memory, or he or she had a lot of health issues. So this kind of a story of a child eating junk food could form the basic of your speech. Then you could go into importance of healthy foods. Okay, and counter the story of the child. You could say a lot of importance and then say, had the child been eating all this good food, she wouldn't have had the health issues that she finally had. This is one way. Then the next point. So the first main point was importance of healthy foods. The second main point you could have about healthy foods is how fruits and vegetables help in preventing aging. Right? We're all aging day by day, and we could say explain how fruits and vegetables with scientific facts, with biological evidence. You can say how fruits and vegetables prevent aging. You could also tell a story in your family, okay? And you could also go to the third main point, which is very important. You could say how fruits and vegetables can prevent cancer. You could give statistics, you could give material from research conducted worldwide and say all these various facts, figures, stories tell that eating healthy foods like fruits and vegetables is very important for human growth and development. Finally, you can conclude and inspire the audience to act. You could conclude in a funny way, you could conclude in a humorous way, you could conclude in a very serious note, but your audience should feel convinced that what you're saying is really good for them. Now, what are the different types of speeches that we usually get to watch? Speeches are inspiring people, persuading people, informing people, and entertaining people. What is inspiring people? Inspire is to make your friends join you in a mission, and you you all resolve to do what the speaker is saying. Like a friend who inspires you to go about your life and succeed. Supposing we have say someone who's on a bit of a low side and who's not happy with his performance, say in school or in sports, or say in other activities, or particular, or say in Gavel Club, he's not been preparing his speech well. You can give a speech that inspires this individual or a group of individuals to forget all their weaknesses and derive strength from what they have and succeed in life. For this, you need to bring quotations, you need to bring your own life story, successful life story, and also you can share stories of your family members or any great leader who was inspired and achieved great success in their life, like Helen Keller or various other Thomas Alva Edison. All these people went through a lot of hardship before succeeding in their life. So inspiring speeches are that which inspire everyone to lead a better life. Persuasion. Supposing you want a group of individuals to quit smoking, quit drinking, quit drugs, you can give a persuading speech. You could give a persuasive speech. Supposing you want your friends to indulge in charity, you could give a persuasive speech. Supposing you want to tell your friends about a new invention that you made, or a new electronic device that's coming into the market, you can give an informative speech, and this speech has to have relevant details about the product. And finally, the most important form of speech which we all love to listen to is entertaining speech. Telling a story, a full story, is an entertaining speech. The moment your speech is filled with a lot of stories and it has humor, it has some amount of value for your social life, it is an entertaining speech. So first, before writing your speech, think what you want to do with that speech. You want to inspire, you want to persuade, you want to inform, or you want to entertain. Once you decide on this, you can go about writing speech on various topics. I will just list before you a few topics that you can select. Speeches for inspiring, you can have achievement in sports, say life achievement despite disability, your in fact not YLP, Gavel journey, shy, which you were when you came for the first meeting, to strong, which you're going to be in the days to come. And say you could have an inspiring speech on saving the environment. You could have a speech on care and kindness, living the moment, that is not worrying about the past or worrying about the future, but living the moment, overcoming fear, right? We all have this one thing called fear, and we could say many of us have overcome fear. We have had a lot of fears and we have overcome fear over a period of time. You could make speeches on overcoming fear from your own life experience or the life of great individuals. Then what goes around comes around. See, things like charity. Once you do something good for you, for someone else, somebody else does a good for you. Like today, I was just walking along the road and my wallet actually fell down. I didn't notice it. Luckily, somebody else who was walking behind me found the wallet, tapped me in my back, and gave me returned me that wallet. It is an act of kindness. So tomorrow, if somebody else drops a wallet, I will go and hand it over to him, because what goes around comes around. So once we develop such habits, it's good. So you could include such small stories into your speeches. So these are inspiring stories. You can have persuasive stories. I will share all this list with you as I'm running short of time. I'll share the PDF so you can get ideas from all this. And finally, this is time to conclude our short workshop. There is a lot more to do. I recommend that all of you go through the second chapter of your Gavel manual, that is the competent communication manual, and read that chapter thoroughly so that you can organize your speech better. Now it's time for you to ask any questions you want. You can come up and ask me a few questions in the permitted time.
Yes, dear Cavaliers and youth leaders, I have not received any text by questions. If there is any, you may please raise your hand and we will unmute you. Cavaliers. Okay. Cavalier Rohan. Yes. Please turn on your camera and unmute yourself and you may speak.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Toastmaster Vasudev.
Good evening.
My question is, how do you maintain the timing of your speech?
Okay, that's a good question. Usually, for all your speeches from your manual, you will be allocated 5 to 7 minutes for your speech. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. Now, the most important factor is how many words can you speak in a minute? For a normal human being who's delivering a speech, who's good in English, good in the language that he is speaking, they can deliver about 120 words per minute, 110 to 120 words per minute. So in allocated time of 6 minutes, you can speak 120 into 6 is equal to 720 words. Okay, so make a speech and try to fit into that 720 minutes and practice with that. Of course, while doing the drafting of the speech, you have to see the opening, catchy title, catchy opening, good body with 3 points and one conclusion. You have to draft it that way. It should all come into 720 words. Then you can deliver it within 6 minutes. Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions? Cavaliers, we have limited time, so you may please ask quickly anything that comes in your mind. Please raise your hand. All right, I cannot see any. Okay, now Andrew Ajay. Yes. Andrew Ajay, please unmute yourself and speak.
Sir, what is meaning of YLP journey?
Okay, YLP means a youth leadership program. In fact, that is a short program, unlike a Cavalier session. You're all Cavaliers. You're going to be in this program for a long time. Youth leaders stay in this program only for a month, for 8 sessions. So please ignore that YLP. This is actually Cavalier. Your Cavalier journey, like we say, your Toastmaster journey, your Cavalier journey, you could say.
So I can make it Gavel Club journey, right?
Gavel Club journey. Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you. Now we have Alicia Samshuri. Please unmute yourself and speak, Alicia. Nityam Vasu, can we stop the screen share or is it required?
Yeah, screen share can be stopped. Yes.
My question is, how do we improve the transition in our speech in every
How to do the transition, right?
yeah.
Hello? How to do the transition. Now, say you're talking about, say, importance of games for children, okay? So So your topic would be having three main points. How a sound body helps you to lead a sound mind and a healthy life. Okay. Now the second point that you are trying to make, you would say, is about say how having healthy, how participating in sports and games can help you say have a good team building mentality. Okay, how it can help you be a good team player when you grow up. And the third point could be say how sports and games help you focus and concentrate in your studies. So say supposing you have these three main points in your speech, while going from the first point, that is how a healthy body can lead to a healthy mind. You would have given the main point, you would have told a story in your from your personal life, then you would be reiterating. So this you'll be saying like this. So with this I can confidently say that with my sound with my physical activity and my sound mental attitude, I had a great impact on my colleagues in school, or on my parents, or on my society. And once you keep finishing that, you could say, next, let us consider the impact of physical activity on my, on my success. You could say something like that and go to the next point. Again, after concluding that, you could use another word to transit to your next main point. So it's always like this. If I can show you this, I'll be sharing this slide with you, how to structure a speech with the main point, sub point, supporting material, again, next main point. So between the first point and second point, for transition, you can use words like next, or you could simply change your positions on stage. So people understand that you're going to the next main point after giving your first point and its supporting material. So you could adopt different technology, different methods as you keep becoming a more and more confident speaker. You will learn more and more techniques to come up and transit in a way that your audience understand what you're trying to say. Are you okay with my answer?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Vasu.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, she said it's it's okay. Now we will take one more question. Rania, is that a thumbs up, or you want to ask a question? Earlier, Rania Samshuri. And otherwise,
Not here,
Rua
right?
Fatima. Yeah.
She's not here.
All right. Rua Fatima, are you applauding, or you want to ask a question? Okay, we will do one thing. Since we are running out of time, we will close this. Finish this question answer session. DTM Vasu, you may conclude with closing remarks.
Hi. Thank you, friends. I've been doing this PowerPoint presentation just after my office hours, and I just returned home from office. But surely I'm willing to share all information with me, especially this PowerPoint slide, which I prepared today, and I'll be sharing with DTM Numan, and he'll be circulating it to you all. And in case anyone has any doubts about speech organization or wants to consult me, I'm always available on email and mobile number, which I'll be sharing it to DTM Numan, and he'll be passing it on to you. So I wish you all good luck, and this is a great journey. Please make as many speeches as possible, and try to bring out all your interesting stories happening at home, happening in school, happening with your relatives and friends and in your social circle, and tell them as stories. It will be interesting for everyone to listen to you. And always try to inspire, persuade, entertain your audience. Over to you, DTM Numan.
Thank you, DTM Vasudev Warrior. Everyone, please give a big round of applause for DTM Vasudev Warrior, who have shared his knowledge and helped us in improving our speech organization. Thank you, DTM Vasudev Warrior, for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you, Numan. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We are indebted for your service. Next, it's time to know how the impromptu speeches can be tackled. And for this, we have with us another eminent personality who was the past Area 61 director, past president of Al Musaibi Toastmasters Club, and recently he became the distinguished Toastmaster. Before I invite him, again I tell you, all the attendees, if there is any question which comes in your mind as the workshop is being conducted, please type in and send us a message so that we can accommodate more questions rather than keeping on asking for people to come up and ask the questions. So without much ado, let me welcome our next workshop presenter, DTM Alagiri Selvaraj, to tell us how to tackle the impromptu speeches. Round of applause.
Thank you, DTM Mohammad Numan, for that kind introduction. Dear Gaviliers, Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, a fabulous evening to each one of you. The ability to think and speak quickly is an important skill that will help you to be successful. Table Topics provides you with the opportunity to practice thinking and speaking quickly. You can learn how to present your thoughts in clear, organized manner with a minimum time of preparation. Dear all, today in this workshop, I will be sharing you the tips how to tackle the table topics. And at the end of this table topic, I'll be conducting a short table topic session where few of you Gaviliers will get an opportunity to attempt. In between, if you have any doubt regarding this table topic workshop, you are free to use the chat box to type your question and send it to DTM Mohammad Numan. And during our question answer session, we'll be definitely answering your questions. Now, without much delay, let us go to our workshop. Consider a situation, whether you are at school or some other gathering, all of a sudden you are invited in the last minute to say a few words in a gathering, or some prepared speaker came a little late or is not coming to the program and you are requested to speak on behalf of that person. When this situation approaches unexpectedly, usually we all get panicked, isn't it? But don't worry, I am here to help you out. During such situations, some people may feel like butterflies are flying in their stomach, or someone they may feel the big bun is kept on their head. But I assure that after today's workshop, you all will be confident to speak and you will be loving to speak the table topic or any impromptu speech with more enjoyment. Now, let me share my presentation. Table topics. Impromptu speaking or table topics. Any speech that has to be made with little notice during a gathering or a meeting or any other event is definitely a surprise for each and everyone. So please pay attention to today's table topic session and learn how to tackle it. Before going to the tips, let us see what is a table topic. A table topics are topics on various subjects asked without a notice. In every Toastmasters meeting, there will be a person who will be conducting this session, and he is called as table topic master. The table topic master will be preparing some topics related to the theme of the meeting on his choice and will call someone from the audience to respond. And this part of the educational session is called table topic session. Normally, we used to introduce, this is the most exciting and interesting session in Toastmasters meeting. Maybe for beginners, this will be a terrific moment, but as you practice, definitely this will be one of the exciting session in the Toastmasters meeting. Now, let us see what is the purpose of a table topic. Toastmasters wants to challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills to effectively think on their feet by boldly answering the unrehearsed question. As you know, the table topics is fairly a short speech. The person who received this topic should gather their thoughts, organize them quickly, and to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Here I would like to emphasize the timing of a table topic speech. The speaker should speak minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes, and he will get a grace period of 30 seconds. So maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So this is the timing of a table topic speech. Now, you may be thinking, by attempting a table topic, what is the benefit in me? What are the skills that I can develop by attempting a table topic speech? So by attempting a table topic speech, you can improve your listening skill. When the table topic master is giving you a topic, you are ready to listen the topic to the table topic master. In this way, you can improve your listening skill. Once you get the topic, you will start to think upon the topic very quickly. In that way, you can improve your thinking skills. And once you have already think what you have to speak, all of a sudden you have to plan how to organize your thinking into a speech. And at last, you will come out with a great output of speaking in table topics. So these are the 4 main skills that you can develop if you can attempt the table topics whenever you get an opportunity. Now, let us see what is the basic structure of a table topic speech. Previously, in the workshop, Auditorium Vasudev Warrior has clearly explained for every speech in Toastmasters, we have a definite structure of an opening, body, and conclusion. So you must have seen there will be for every table topic also follow the same. There will be an opening where you will be capturing the audience attention and you will be leading into the table topic. Then you'll be slowly taking your speech into the body of your speech. You will be emphasizing on the main point and you will be supporting the materials for your point that you emphasize. And at the end, in the conclusion, you will be summarizing what you have said in the body of your speech and you will ask a call to action to the audience. This is the basic structure of a table topic speech. Now, let us see one by one. The first thing, let us see how to tackle the table topic speech one by one. The first thing is opening of a table topic speech. I am going to explain you by the help of a topic. So let me introduce the topic. The topic I have chosen here is using of tablets in school is good or bad? Comment. So when you receive such a topic, now so many things are going in your mind. There is the words such as tablets, there are school, there are something like good or bad, So many words are coming in your mind when you are hearing this topic. So in the opening of your speech, what we have learned is to grab the attention of the audience. So I can give you 2 tips how to grab the attention of the audience. The first thing is you can use a quotation. You can say, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world, said by Nelson Mandela. Dear Toastmasters, Gaveliers, and most welcome guests. In this way, you can open the speech by using a quotation. Or I can give you one more tip. You can start humorously. You can start saying like, tablets are normally used to cure the disease, but this tablet is here to create the disease. Dear Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. So whenever you get a topic, try to think how to start in a better way. Either you can use a quotation in your speech, or you can think about in a humorous way. You can open the speech and grab the attention of the audience. Now, let us go how to tackle the body of the speech, how to prepare the body of a table topic speech. We know that in the body, we should mention the main point, whether we are saying this is good or we are saying the tablets are bad to use in the school. So that is the main point, and as a supporting material, you need to emphasize why you are saying that it is good or bad of using the tablets in school. Now I will give you 3 tips how to overcome or how to structure the body of your speech. The first tip I would like to give you is a personal story. Using personal story is one of the best techniques to keep the audience glued to your speech. So once you receive the topic and you completed your opening of your speech, then slowly you grab the attention of your audience by sharing a personal story. You can say like, during my school days, I have a friend who was using tablets in the classroom. But when the teacher was taking or busy in the classes, he spent most of his time in the tabs. By that way, his concentration in studies has reduced, and at the end, he failed in the upcoming exam. So in this way, you can just build a personal story so that you can build up your speech in one by one. Okay, if you are not able to build up a personal story all of a sudden, then you just try my second trick. You can just compare the topic to the past, present, and future. When saying about this tip, you can say, olden days, my mother or my parents used to say, they used to go to school with one book where the teacher will be explaining and they will be reading and writing in the book. In this way, they are able to improve their spelling vocabularies, their handwriting, and blah, 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 blah. In that way, you can say in the past. And when you say about the present, you can say, as the technology has developed from that period to this period, now we all have become a modern student and we have started using tablets. I really love to use tablets, but my parents are not much willing to give me to use the tablets. That way you can just move, and you can also compare the same to the future. Yesterday my parents were using books. Today we are using tablets, and tomorrow we don't know. Maybe we may be attaching a chip in our body so that we don't want to learn anything. So in this way, you can connect the topic into your past, present, and future. This is the second tip, how to improvise in your body. If still you feel that you cannot work out in this tip, let me give my third tip. And that is problem and solution. In this, you can just state some problem. What would happen if we use the tablets Okay, you know, if you are using the tablets, such electronic devices for more, we will have many problems, health issues, eyesight problems, and people will be very much less to memorize the things because everything is in the tablet. People will be more dependent. So in this way, you can explain what are the problems and you can give a solution. Okay, since these are the problems, at least let us restrict the use of tablets for a few time. For example, for 1 hour, then you can monitor, the parents can monitor how much time the students are using the tablets. So in this way, you can use the problem and solution method.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
Team
yeah, yeah. You just not
Nagaraj.
write down. Yeah.
Yeah, please cancel the annotation. And also, I request all the children who are present here avoid doing such things. If you are not interested in learning, you may quit. This is this session is for the children who are here for learning. Okay, so please avoid these things. If you are not really interested in learning, you are welcome to leave. And Ditya Valagiri, please turn
Yes.
off the annotation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Suman, can you help me in taking out this annotation?
On the top from the drop list, you will see.
Yeah. Okay, now it's okay.
Okay.
Is that okay now?
Excuse me, sir. The okay, now it's disabled, but marks are still coming.
Ditya Valagiri, please continue, and you may
Okay,
allow
please. Because yeah,
the remote control. Yeah.
can I approve?
Yeah, please.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much, DTM Numan. So, dear Gaveliers, so I have shared you 3 tips on how you can build the body of your speech. Now, still if you feel that these 3 tips are not enough to build the body of your speech, now I will not suggest, but this is only an optional tip, okay? Since you are called to the stage to speak on a topic and if you have nothing to speak, at least you have to speak for 1 minute. So for that, I will only recommend you not to use this as a tip, but only if you have no any chance that you cannot speak on the first 3 tips, then you can go for a tip called beat around the bush. The beat around the bush means just pick few words from the topic. You know, you can see the topics like school, good, bad, tablets. So you can say, dear Gaveliers, Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. See, tablets. Tablets are one of my favorite gadgets. During my last birthday, I asked my parents to gift me a tablet, but they refused because they know that I am very much addicted in that. Then you can say about during my last birthday, I invited my friends. We enjoyed very much. So you can just build a speech because since you are not getting any chance to speak, then there is only one point. You have to just spend that minimum time in front of the audience. So this is only an optional one, but I recommend you to go for the first 3 tips, and that is either you try for a personal story or you can use the past, present, and future, or you can have a problem and solution method. Okay, so this is how we are going to prepare the body of our speech. Once you finish this, now let us see how we are going to conclude the speech. So during conclusion, as said by DTM Vasudev Iyer, in conclusion, what we have to do? We have to just summarize the points what we have discussed in the body of our speech, and we need to we have to ask the audience, for the call to action. So summarize your points, what you said, okay? Then you ask the audience to take an action, what they want to take an action from your speech. So this is how we will be attempting a table topic speech. Now, as you attempt table topic speech, now you have learned what is a table topic and what is the timing of a table topic and how you are going to attempt the table topic. So the basic structure of the table topic speech, as we said, there will be an opening, there will be a body and a conclusion. Is it clear as of now? Now, one of the important tips what I would like to give you is that when you are called upon a stage by a table topic master, please remember these 3 tips which I am going to share with you. The first one is don't get panicked. Every audience sitting in front of you has once in your situation, and they have faced or they have felt the tension in you, like same as you while they were called upon in their beginning stages. So don't worry about what others will think if you could not speak properly. Just keep calm of yourself and go and listen to the topic and respond it properly. So the first point is that try not to panic. Now, the second thing is, as you receive the topic from the table topic master, don't try to attempt it immediately. Take your own time. Take 4 to 5 seconds to think what exactly the topic is. Then try to respond so that you may or you can speak more confidently and you may have a very good speech in the end. Also, when you are called up,
todo peinado porque no me dio tiempo de nada ponerme la chancla y el bañador. Voy a la playa, ya subió la marea.
dear participants, I request you to please be quiet so that if you are not interested, you can please leave as per DTM Mohammad Numan, because there are many people who are interested in this. So please cooperate or you can please leave. Thank you for understanding. So dear
Sir,
Gabriel,
can you show the last slide once again?
definitely. Hello, DTM Numan, can you please respond?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much. So what I was saying is that never ever respond quickly once you receive the topic. Take your own time and respond. And also make sure that you never repeat the topic during your speech, because we already know that you are standing there to speak upon a topic given by the table topic master. So you can utilize the same time to think. Okay, you take your own time to 4 to 5 seconds to think on a topic. Okay, what can I speak on this? Then slowly you start by greeting the audience. Dear table topic master, Gavilius, Toastmasters and most welcome guests. By saying this, you'll be getting next 5 seconds more. So totally you'll be getting a 10 seconds where you can build upon your speech. And the third tip, what I have already mentioned here, the third tip is go with the first little idea what appears in your mind. See, when we receive a topic, there will be so many things coming into our mind. Okay, and don't wait for the big idea that will be popping up and you'll be waiting to respond to it. Until and unless you speak that small little idea out of your mind, the big idea is not going to come in front of you. So I recommend Go with the first little idea that coming in your mind, and automatically you will be getting the bigger idea, will be following you, and you can speak upon the topic. So please keep in mind, when a table topic master is calling you to respond to a topic, please don't try to panic. Take your own time and speak upon the small little topic that comes first in your mind. Now, lastly, I would like to share you a golden tip. Do you want to know what is that? To enjoy table topics, that is to practice, practice, and practice. Because the more you practice, the better you get. Try to participate in every table topic session. If you are called by a table topic master, maybe they'll be asking voluntarily, if anyone would like to attend a table topic, raise your hands and go and attempt. Because without practicing, you cannot improve your impromptu speaking skills. Standing at the shore and looking at the people swimming, we are not going to learn how to swim. The same way, looking at the other speakers, how they are speaking, we are not going to learn how to impromptu speak. We have to go into the impromptu speech session. We have to attempt the topic. We need to speak and we will learn. So once you get slowly by slowly, you will be improving. Definitely one day you will start to enjoy that table topic session. So my dear Gaveliers and Toastmasters, so this is how we are going to attempt, or we are going to tackle the most tense session to the most exciting session. So with this, I am ending my workshop. Now it is the time for question and answers.
Thank you, D.T. Malagiri Selvaraj, for that wonderful session. I hope all our attendees today learned a lot from yourself as well as from DTM Vasudev Warrior. Now we have a question on the floor. This is from Gavalier Rohan. He's asking, how do you know when to put a reasonable question in a speech? Because in my speech, I feel like I don't ask good questions in my table topics. So how do we do it? So this is a question from Gavalier Rohan. He wants to know when to put a reasonable question.
When to put a reasonable question in the sense how to answer a reasonable question, that is what he's asking.
Yeah, I think he's asking on the point where you say that you can hook up the audience with a question. So when to put a reasonable question?
Okay.
Okay,
So thank you. Thank you very much for asking such a wonderful question. What I understood from your question is that at what point of time we need to hook a question to the audience. Okay, once you get a topic, okay, for example, what is your best gift in your life? Let us assume a topic. So all of a sudden, once you come, there will be many things coming in your mind. You may have received many gifts in your life, but you are here to speak only one. So at that time, just to think and finalize on what topic we are going to speak or what item we are going to speak, to get little more time, you can ask audience, what gift was yours, the most precious one? So by asking this question, you'll be having a little time where you can think about and finalize what thing you are going to say is a precious gift in your life. You get my point? So this is the way. Normally these questions are used to take a little more time to think on topic, to how to build on our speech. So at this point, when you reach that you need little more time to think how to build the speech, you can definitely go for a question to the audience. I hope I have cleared your doubt.
Thank you, D.T. Malagiri. Yes, he said yes. Now we have a hand raise from Gavalier Zeba. You may unmute yourself and speak. Yeah.
Yeah, how to not be nervous when you get the table topics or when you get a speech?
Thank you, Zeba, for asking that wonderful question. First of all, Yeah, definitely. We all will be nervous when called upon by a table topic master to come in front of the stage and speak. The first and foremost thing what normally I used to do from my personal experience is that I never panic because I used to see the same as the other people, because all, as I said in the beginning, never panic, because all of the people sitting in front of you has already overcome this stage and they know that you are also a little bit tense, but they want you to perform better than what they have performed. So the audience sitting there is willing to perform you in a better way than they performed. The second tip what I can give you is that go and stand in front of the audience, look at the audience and smile at them. And before answering the topic, take a deep breath, and definitely that is going to reduce your nervousness. Never go and speak immediately upon a topic. Go into the stage, look onto the audience, be comfortable with the audience, have a smile, then little slowly by slowly, then you can start your speech. In this way, definitely you will be not nervous to speak in front of an audience. I hope I have answered your question, Seba.
Thank you, DTM Malagiri. Yes. Is that clear?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Now we have another question from Gavalier Praveena RP. And she wants to ask, indeed, there are two questions. Let me ask, is it necessary that we have to give a quote related to the given topic or any quote which comes in our mind? This is question from Gavalier Praveena.
Thank you, Gabriel Pravida, for asking that question. Actually, when we speak, we need some logic, isn't it? The audience who are listening to your speech will be very much connected to the logic what you're speaking. It is not that we are going to the stage and speak something else other than the topic what the table topic master has given. Okay, it is not necessary that you need to start your speech with a quotation. Even you can start, as I said, humorously you can start, or you can start with a personal story, then give a small pause, greet the audience, then continue the story. Okay, so the main intention of the opening of a speech is to grab the attention of the audience. Okay, at times we cannot remember all the quotations in our mind. So there are some techniques such as you can start a personal story, stop in a level, just give a pause, greet the audience, then continue with your point. Okay, in that way also you can start the table topic speech.
Thank you, DTM Alagiri, for responding to that. Before I request for more questions, since we had an interruption, we have
DTM Noman, can you please speak a little loudly because I have less voice here.
Okay. No, what I was saying is before we continue, since we had a short interruption, we have reached the limited time. So we would like to request the audience, can we extend the workshop session for another 10 minutes? Those who are in favor, please raise your hands. Okay. All right. So most of them wants to extend the meeting. So we will have 10 more minutes time. DTM Alagiri. Now everyone please lower your hands, and if there is anyone needs to ask the question, you may keep your hands raised. I'm lowering the hands. Okay. Rania, is there any question? Okay. Gavalier Disha, do you have a question? Gavalier Disha, you may unmute yourself and speak.
No, sir.
Okay. Gavalier Rania? Okay, DTM Alagiri, I think, yes.
If there is no any more questions, then let us go to our next segment.
One question is there from Muhammad Ayan. Gavalier Muhammad Ayan, you may unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, sir. If table topic master give us a question and we don't have the answer, so can we take another question that we can request for another question with table topic master?
First of all, thank you, Gabriel Ian, for asking such a wonderful question. This is most of the Gabriels or most of the new members will be having a doubt whether we can go for another topic. I personally recommend not to go for the another topic. Here is where you need to apply my fourth tip, beating around the bush. Okay, just speak anything related to the topic, the words in the topic. As you said, in my topic was using of tablets in school is good or bad. So you got two words, especially tablets and school. Now you can start speaking. If you have no any other chance, you don't know what to speak on the topic, you can choose the words. Either you can speak regarding to the tablet or regarding to your school. You can start, for example, I am studying in this school. I have so and so friends. We are very thick friends. We used to go for a picnic. We used to play together. So you can just speak. Just you are called upon the stage to speak. So for the namesake, you can just speak and attempt the topic in that way. Better not to ask a new topic, because here is this is a stage where we are trying to improve ourselves to speak, isn't it? So no need to worry that you couldn't answer for the topic. At least you are speaking. That is the main thing. Okay, this is what we are we are thinking about, how to improve our speaking skills. Okay, so if you are not getting to speak on a topic, just beat around the bush. Okay, speak something related to another words, selective words from the topic, and you can complete your speech.
Thank you, Ditya Malagiri Selvaraj. Now we have begin Rohan raise his hand. Yes, Rohan. Let me unmute. Oh, sorry. Before that, Rania. Yes, Rania, please ask your question. Rania, are you there? Okay, let me unmute.
Yeah, what do we do if we don't understand the question?
Thank you, Radia, for asking this question. Normally, when a table topic speaker, table topic master calls you on the stage, he normally repeats a topic 2 times. Okay, the first responsibility of as a speaker is to be calm on the stage, listen carefully to the table topic master, because he will be repeating the topic 2 times. Okay, in case, okay, if you are not getting an opportunity, especially during meetings, okay, if you go to the context level, definitely the table topic master is not going to repeat the topic more than 2 times. But in the initial stages of your Toastmasters meeting, definitely you can go and ask, okay, I couldn't hear it properly, because since we are doing virtually, sometimes the sound may be not much clear. You can ask, okay, it's not clear, can you please repeat? Okay, but definitely plus my recommendation is definitely try to listen to the table topic master, be attentive, keep calm, don't panic whenever called upon by a table topic master.
Thank you, Ditya Malagiri. We have only 5 minutes left. We will quickly have 2 last questions. Next is from Rohan.
By the way, I have to conduct a small table topic session also.
Okay, Rohan, be quick. Yeah.
Sir, I have this question in which, okay, for example, you're asking a table topic, sorry, you're answering a table topic. So if you want to add a quote, do you have to use a quote such as like you used a quote from Nelson Mandela? So if you want to use a quote, do you always have to use a quote by an actual person, or can you just make up one?
Thank you for that wonderful question once again. Actually, normally the quotes are recommended. It is not recommended that we need to use only the quotes of the big leaders. You can also use the quotes said by even your friends, your parents. But it is a justice or as a respect, it is better to mention the name of the person who said it. Okay, or people or the audience may misunderstand that this quote is said by you. As a gesture of respect, it is better to mention the name of the person who had said that quote.
Thank you, Ditya Malagiri. So it's always whenever you use a quote or any reason, you have to mention the source. So final question from Alicia. Alicia, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
important to use hand gestures, vocal variety?
Gavilia Alicia, can you speak little loudly?
Wait. Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so my question is it important to use hand gestures, vocal variety, and eye contact? If yes, how can we improve it?
Thank you very much. Even though I didn't explain this regarding in this initial stage, but as you have heard from the DTM Basdev Warrior in his the first workshop, every speech should have a good eye contact, hand gestures, vocal variety. So these things are the basics of a speech. Okay, since he has emphasized on that point, then I thought that I don't want to simply repeat the same thing, because the speeches are of the same format. There will be opening, body, and conclusion. Only the timing is only different in table topic and a prepared speech. Okay, in prepared speech, you'll be having a time for approximately like 5 to 7 minutes, but this is a short format of speech for 1 to 2 minutes. So whatever ingredient that you are using in a prepared speech, the same thing you have to use in the table topic speeches also. Even though it is only a short time of speech, you have to use wherever it is possible.
Thank you, DTM Malagiri Selvaraj. With this, I think we can end the question answer, and you may have your sample table topic speeches. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think it's time for some table topic speeches, at least 2. Etienne Newman?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, thank you. So, first of all, let me call upon Gavilier. Let me call Gavilier Harshini.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Gavilier Harshini, for showing up. Timer, please note the timing. Okay, it's 1 to 2 minutes. I hope our timer Faridul Hassan is starting the time. Gavilier Harshini, your topic is, which is worse, failing or never trying? Your topic is, which is worse, failing or never trying?
Good evening. There is no longer success unless you're trying. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow Cavaliers. Failures are the stepping stones to success. Once Albert Einstein, who is a world-renowned scientist, and his contribution towards science, we can't just say anything. He has also won Nobel Prize for physics. So when he was old, when he was in his childhood, when he was a 9-year-old boy, the teacher didn't like him because he kept asking a lot of questions about why does this happen, what is periodic table. So he kept asking a lot of questions to the teacher, and the teacher felt so irritated that this student will not improve and succeed in life. But so they wrote a letter to his parents saying that please don't send your child to school because he's asking a lot of questions and keeps me irritated. But the parents said, don't say my son like that. I'll show you and prove you how strong he will become. And now Albert Einstein is now a world-renowned scientist. And whenever he said, I don't care how many people say me I'm not capable of achieving something. You just need the spark to ignite your motivation. You just need a motivation to succeed in life. That's what you need. So the spark is not outside you, or you no need to buy it. It is born deep within you. You just have to ignite it with a motivation or a quote. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Gavilier Harshini, for that wonderful speech. Gavilier, you all must have noted that how Gavilier Harshini has attempted the table topic. She had a very good opening, and she used the personal story technique to attempt this topic. So very easily she could attempt the table topic. Okay, so now let me call upon our second speaker. What about Afsa Numan? Gavelier Afsa?
Afsa, you can unmute yourself now. Yeah.
Gavelier Afsa.
Yes.
Your topic is, if you could change one thing about school, what would it be? Your topic is, if you could change one thing about school, what would it be?
Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all. If I would be able to change one thing about school, I would like to make learning more fun and more understandable for other students. Because if other students are weak in the subject, then it would be easier and more understandable for others to start learning, and it would be very good. Very It would be very good for new students as they are very new to the school and they do not understand the way that school's teaching this thing works. So thank you and back.
Thank you, Gabriel Afsa, for that wonderful speech. See, even though Gabriel Aisha is very new to the Toastmasters, she at least attempted the topic and she very well explained what she would do, what the change that she is willing to do in the school. Okay. Now the last topic, since we are running out of time, I'll be calling our last speaker. Gavelier Praveena. Gavelier Praveena, are you there? Since there is no response, I would like to call Gavelier Zeba Amir. Gavelier Zeba.
Let me unmute them. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Gavelier Zeba. Your topic is, what is the one thing that you could not live without? What is the one thing that you could not live without?
Good evening, fellow Gaveliers and Toastmasters. So the one thing I could not live without is my family. They are very caring, supportive, and they do anything for me. If I want any toys, they buy for me. My mother and father are very supportive. My brothers are very fun to play with. And at times, my brothers, they sometimes irritate me, but I'm okay with that because fighting with siblings is a symbol of love. Yeah, back to you.
Thank you, Gabriel Sabha, for attempting the topic. Since we all are new, we will learn by little, but you have really done a great job by attempting the topic and by not quitting. Congratulations. And thank you all, Gaveliers, for attempting the table topic. This is just a beginning. Slowly and little by little, we will improve our impromptu speaking skills by attempting the table topic sessions. So I hope you all enjoyed the table topic workshop. Maybe in between there were some glitches. I hope in upcoming workshops we will try to avoid that. And thank you for giving me an opportunity, and thank you for being a good listener throughout my workshop. Thank you, and back to you, DT Mohammad Noman.
Thank you, DTM Alagiri Selvaraj, for wonderfully explaining the tips and tricks for attempting the table topics or the impromptu speech in the real life. So I hope all the Gavaliers, the young leaders who are gathered here, have learned a lot from you as well as from DTN Vasudev Warrior, who taught us how to organize the speech well. So it was indeed a great session, and I can see a large number of children who are really interested to learn, to improvise, and excel in the part of their communication. So this is a good sign, and since we have a good response, we will be coming up with new workshops. We will work on the body language and many more areas of public speaking we will be covering. And in between, we had some sort of we don't get it offended, but if we are telling something strictly, that is just not to uh, divert the attention of other attendees. So we all are here learning by doing. We make fun of each other. We learn in a happy and joyful environment. You are always welcome to do some funny things, but when we are doing some serious learnings, please avoid those distractions, so which will be like good for all of us. So once again, with that gratitude to our both presenters, DTM Alagiri Selvaraj and DTM Vasudeva Warrior, this workshop session has come to a conclusion. I have already shared the organizing speech presentation with you in the chat. Those who have not downloaded, please download it quickly before we end the speak. We would like to thank all the senior leaders, especially Toastmaster Faridul Hassan, for being with us and being the timer. Toastmaster Shamshuri Muhammad was with us since the beginning. DTM Narsimha Rao, our finance manager for District 79, has joined. DTM Viraj Shetty, the Toastmaster Nivedita. I'm just seeing the names. If I miss anyone, please excuse me. Although we have concluded the workshop session, since we have a few senior leaders with us, I would like to ask all the Gavaliers, please spare 5 more minutes. We will listen comments from all these leaders 1 minute each, starting with Toastmaster Faridul Hassan.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here for Al Ghuzaibi Gavel Club. I'm so happy for Al Ghuzaibi Toastmaster, who took an initiative and to provide the education session for the wonderful kids around. And my dear friends, I want to say something. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to learn a lot of things, and you are with the great leaders, and I'm sure Numan and his team will introduce to great leaders who are going to share a lot of knowledge with you guys. And please grab all those things, and I'm sure you guys are going to rock in the future, and I'm sure you are going to great communicator and the leaders in future. Keep up the good work, and I can see this. I can see already you guys are improving yourself in the leadership and communication skills. All the best for Gavel Club, formed by Al Ghuzaibi, and back to you, DTM Numan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faridul Hassan. Let's hear from Toastmaster Shamshuri. Toastmaster Shamshuri.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Noman, for inviting us. Thank you so much. And first of all, I like to thank both speakers. What a wonderful experience. And to be honest, I'm also like you guys, the Gavaliers. I'm also learning. I have learned a lot from the speakers. So thank you so much from my bottom of the heart. and my children also they have learned a lot as well. And to me, I have known Vasudeva for quite some times. I do not know whether he remembers me or not. When I joined Toastmasters in Kobar, I think like 10 years ago. Yeah, I really salute his style of speaking nowadays. He looks like a professional speaker, and the tips and techniques that he has given is really useful, not only for Gavaliers and for Toastmasters as well. So, fellow Gavaliers, you are so lucky to have all great leaders like Mr. Toastmaster Faradul Rahman mentioned that there are so many leaders there to support you. Let utilize their experience, their knowledge, so that you can use it in your speeches or in your next meetings. And on top of that, you are all our future leaders. We want you to shine, and I'm sure we will see you rock one day in the international level. So thank you so much, Norman, for conducting this kind of event, and I hope that you can invite us again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shamsuri Muhammad. Indeed, your presence has made a big difference. So thank you, and inshallah, with all of your encouragement, we will be coming up with more programs. We have some more leaders. Let me quickly call upon our District Secretary and Finance Manager, DTM Narsimha Rao, Rampalli.
Good evening, my dear respected leaders, our cute little Gavaliers. This Gavaliers Gavel Club, really I like so much. Maybe because I like children, or maybe I like teaching. That might be the reason. Really, these children are doing the best than the Toastmasters. If you see the speeches which they are delivering through these platforms, they are excelling it, they are practicing it, and they are delivering with quality. This is what I can say. Thank you so much, all the leaders, starting from Muhammad Numan, Distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Numan, our Distinguished Toastmaster Alagiri Selvaraj, and our Distinguished Toastmaster Vasudev Warrior, Toastmaster Faridul Hassan. If I take the names, the time will not be enough to complete this address in time. MashaAllah, all the very best, my dear Gavaliers. One day, we all will have a joint educational meeting. I propose our creative Gavel Club is there with me, Prudent Gavel Club is there with me, and now this Al Ghosaibi Gavel Club really started with a big bang. And these platforms, dear children, you are all really fortunate to have these platforms and these leaders with you who are giving training, guidance, showing path, how to speak, how to act, how to use your hand gestures, how to use your body language, how to use your voice modulation, how to use your facial expressions. All these things really, if you excel it, believe me, you will become a great leaders in the future. All the very best. Any support from my side, I am available. Thank you so much from my bottom of my heart to all these leaders. Thank you to DTM Muhammad Numan for inviting me and having me with you all. I'm happy to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, DTM Narsimha Rao. Let us now listen from DTM Viraj Shetty. DTM Viraj.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry, I have a network issue, so I cannot on my video. First of all, I would like to thank all the dignitaries, Toastmaster dignitaries, and Gavaliers. Good evening. Special good evening to the workshop presenters, Toastmaster DTM Vasudev Warrior and DTM Alagiri Selvaraj for that wonderful workshop. I am sure all the Cavaliers learnt a lot after this workshop, and this is a good platform DTM Mohammad Numan has provided for the Cavaliers with the training. It is a good session. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. Hope you all do. I have one small word to tell you that everything seems impossible until it's done. So, quote from Nelson Mandela, it is very true. So, even though the table topic seems difficult, it is not. Just give a try, and you will succeed. All the best, Cavaliers. Thank you. Thank you, DTM Nama.
Thank you, DTM Viraj Shetty, for your short but very inspirational and motivational word. Yes, indeed, everything until you do not attempt it, it will seems to be impossible. Now we have with us one more Toastmaster who is also a mentor to one of our Cavaliers, Toastmaster Nivedita Nagaraj. Let us hear from you quickly. How do you feel?
Yes. Yes, very good evening, all the young budding leaders and all my distinguished leaders. A very good evening. A true leader, he always inspires others to do more. So as today we witnessed the great workshop by DTM Alagiri Selvaraj, DTM Vasudevan sir, and definitely we need to make a point that Noman sir, he is like, you can see, like, without expecting anything, he's giving back to the society. And that's what is a true leader is all about. Why I'm saying this is that all you young children in this Toastmasters journey, you're so fortunate to be here. You're already a winner in life because you've chosen a great platform to be in. And with such great leaders, if you follow them every single day, there is no doubt that you will be the most successful in your life. So with that, thank you so much for having me. And the leaders, the workshop was so precise. It was like a synopsis for me. Even for me, it was like a synopsis which I can remember forever. Whenever I attempt impromptu speaking or while delivering my speech, it was beneficial for me as well. So it was wonderful. Thank you so much, and keep doing this and keep inspiring all of us. Thank you so much, sir. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nivedita, for your kind words. Let's now quickly hear from Toastmaster Riaz M, who is an EXCOM member, past president of Al-Ghusaibi Toastmasters Club, and the meeting coordinator. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noman. It was indeed an interesting and useful session. I hope our Cavaliers have learned so many things from our great presenters. Actually, we are lucky to have a presenter like DTM Vasudev Warrior and DTM Alagiri Selvaraj. Anyway, we are all supporting our Cavaliers. I hope Cavaliers will take all these resources and inputs for their upcoming speeches. Anyway, and special thanks to Noman for leading this session. Anyway, all the best to all of you, and especially to our Cavaliers. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Riaz. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I believe I am not missing anybody. And welcome, Binod. I believe you are not the real Binod here. Okay, so that's it. I can see Andrew Ajay. You have raised your hand. Do you have anything to say, Andrew?
Nothing happened, sir.
All right. Ayan?
I just forgot to lower my hand.
No, sir.
That's no issues. So I believe once again that everyone enjoyed, learned a lot. So we will be notifying you with the upcoming workshop sessions. We will try to present you the better workshops which will really help you with the the communication and the leadership skills. So welcome, Amir. Amir, as a parent, do you have any comments? Mr. Amir Hussain, yeah. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. This is Gabriel. Or everybody left. Ellaru puttara. There are okay 29 participants. Okay. Hello everyone.
29 participants are there. You can share how you're feeling, the changes in your child. Is there any changes in 2 meetings or yet to happen?
Now the icebreaker I think is going to decide. So let's. She's building, especially Zeba is building the confidence a little bit slowly. I think once the icebreaker is finished, I'm sure we're going to see. They're going to do much more. They're going to take a leap and do much better.
Thank you. And indeed, this journey of Gavaliers or Attitude Toastmasters, it's like the tortoise. You never know when the tortoise will win the race, and even the kids themselves, they will not realize that they have reached far in terms of communication and leadership skills, and since it is happening gradually. So we are all here to help all of you. If there is any questions, any requirement with your speeches, with your assignment, feel free to reach any of us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. So since we have consumed almost half an hour more than the allotted time, it was only for the comment purpose. So we will call it a day and see you all on Saturday for the meeting. And we will notify you about the special sessions, that is the workshop or the practice sessions, which will be notified in the group. So let us call it a day. Good night. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye.